All right, Detroit, you know I'm bringing you the scoop. And today I have Q Sharpe in the building. Now, he's the lead role in Deep. And it's hitting theaters August the 20th. Red carpet rolling out at 6 p.m. at the Emagine Theater in Royal Oak. And he's filling the role of no other than Rob Murphy, former Pistons exec. Gotta make sure I get that right. Former Pistons exec, player, coach. I mean, the list goes on and on. Welcome so much for coming to the show today, Q Sharpe.
Man, I appreciate it. Thank you for having me. Man, it's been a long week, and we got less than a week left.
Yes.
And it's going down.
It's going down, but we made it.
Yeah.
Now, you know Deep is about to drop.
That's
now,
right.
for my Detroit fam listening right now, how would you describe it in your own words?
Inspirational. You know, people want to leave there with, like I said, inspirational, with confidence, with just looking at someone that went through trials and tribulations and made it, went through, you know, family issues, and just to come out on top. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To come out from loving basketball, but even before basketball, it's going to tell a story of how he was raised, how he was in the streets, how he had a coach that really saw something in him and turned his life around. So it's just showing determination. It's showing, you know, you can make it. You know,
Right.
You don't have to be stuck in the streets. You can make it out and make something of yourself.
Oh, I love
So
that.
It's a great, great, great story, yeah.
I love that. And I'm like, what about Rob Murphy story alone that made you just say, oh, yeah, this role is for me?
Well, you know what? Rob and I, we went to school together.
Oh,
yeah, he's a
okay.
year behind me. We went to Mumford Mustangs.
All right, shout out to Mumford.
Yeah, so he was, you know, into basketball, you know, then, and then went on to coaching and things of that nature. But I was approached by Sonya of DR2. Shout out to DR2 and Dennis Reed. And they asked me, would I be interested in playing the role of Rob Murphy, or do I know Rob Murphy? I'm like, yeah, I know Robert Murphy. You know, and so the casting that they did was just so on point. Myself, I shared a lead with little Blade, which is Blade's son, Blade Icewood's son. His name is Darnell Lindsay Jr.
Get out of here.
He's a wonderful actor, you know, young, man, he got it. Every time I see him, I'm like, dude, you got it. But the casting was just so on point. And then King Wesley played Rob Murphy's best friend, Troy, and he looks just like him. So they did an amazing job with the casting. So it was a connection there. And then I was familiar with the story. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah, right. I mean, of course, you lived it pretty
Yeah.
much. You was right there with
Yeah.
him, experiencing things that he was experiencing. That's amazing. And it was coincidental because they didn't even know that you guys were, that you knew each other, that you were friends already. So that was a match made in heaven, I would see.
They were showing him the people that they had the ideals for acting, for his playing him. They showed him my pictures, like, I know him. You know what I mean? It was like, but one thing, will he be willing to cut his beard? So when they asked me, I was at an award show, and they was like, would you be willing to cut your beard? I'm like, what a barber, right now. You know what I mean? So I just feel certain roles, and I always wanted to play something that separate me from me, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that
You know
makes
what I mean?
sense.
So when I cut my beard, and because I had to shave all the facial hair and everything, it made me uncomfortable for Quentin, but it made me comfortable for the role. You know what I mean?
I love that.
So,
yeah. 'Cause I know when you act, you have to kind of just dive into any role.
Yeah.
In a way, you got to put your whole mind and body in that. Like,
absolutely.
I can only imagine the pressure it must put on you sometimes.
We had 2 weeks to get prepared. So the good thing about it is, this is the first time this happened. Rob was able to come to my house, and we broke the script down.
I was gonna ask you that. I was gonna ask you, did you have time one-on-one? I didn't even know that you guys were friends. So that kind of summed it up for me.
Yeah.
So you guys had a chance to talk it on with just him, his colleagues, everybody.
Yeah, I got a chance to. He broke the script down and said, "Hey, you know, I wasn't intense right here. I was laid back pretty much through the whole thing, and so that gave me some type of
something to go off of,
like guide to go off of, and then." He sat down with King Wesley as well. We were all at my house. And he was telling him how Troy was. He was mild-mannered. You know, he was laid back, never raised his voice or anything like that. So that kind of helped. And then I watched videos of how his mannerisms were, how he kept his hands when he did interviews, how he coached and everything. So that helped out as well.
Oh, that is so dope. And without spoiling too much, what's one scene in Deep you think folks will talk about on the ride home?
Ooh, yeah, that's kind of giving it away.
Yeah, no, you don't got to give it away.
Yeah. It's an intense scene when everything unfolds, and that part I can't give away. But it's a scene when it's like a climax.
Yeah.
And when it unfolds, you're gonna be like, oh, and you're gonna be talking about that because at the end you're gonna see how everything unfolded and how it wasn't.
It's not what you expect. Oh, I can't
it's not
wait.
what you
I'm
expect. Let's say that.
Okay, it's not what you can expect. Okay, so you got to go see it. You got to go see it.
Yeah.
Okay, so the movie sounds like it's a lot of powerful moments in there.
Yeah.
How did you balance those emotional weight of that role while still trying to keep your own piece off the camera?
Just you have to. Well, one thing I always say, especially when you're playing someone's life story, you want to enter the day that not even a day, a couple of days prior to you shooting your scene. You want to actually captivate the essence of that character that you're playing before you get to the studio or wherever you're going.
Right.
Because you want to have your mind ready. You don't want to go into the studio then getting into it. No, you want to already have it. So
that makes sense.
It was by me knowing him and by him breaking the script down, it gave me a comfort level to where I could turn it on a few days prior to and still be Q. But at the same time, like when I was at work, I was going over the scenes in my mind, and people were looking at me because I'm talking and not saying anything. But I'm Rob at work,
right?
You know what I mean? And so I think that preparation, you have to bring a character to life, you have to have proper preparation. So,
and it sounded like you had that.
Yeah. And I had the advantage too. Because
I was just about to say you had a little bit of advantage.
We have some mutual friends. Probably we've known each other since for years, and so I had advantage. We got mutual friends that we're connected to.
Oh, nice.
And so they were able to give me insight. That I didn't know. Yeah.
So all around. So you got some from him, his colleagues, everybody. Yeah. Oh, that's dope. So that just really made it more realistic. I mean, not saying that the movie wasn't, of course, gonna be realistic. It was about his life, but the fact that you guys had every little bit of detail.
That's right.
That makes a difference.
It makes a difference. Like I said, this is the first time I've ever just sit with someone. This story is about him, and he was on hands. Like it had to be authentic as possible.
Yeah.
But with movies, of course, you're gonna have some like I don't want to say fiction, but it's things to stretch the story out.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? But for the most part, I could say he was there on hands to make sure everything was authentic as possible.
Oh, that's perfect.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, it is.
Because he's like Q. Like I said, Q. I wasn't mad here. I wasn't hollering here. I wasn't intense. So I was pretty much laid back. So I just want you to be laid back.
Which is good, because a lot of times people don't have that guide right in front of like one of the perfect coaches you could have. They just study movies and scenes and old home videos. That's normally how they get it, their craft. But you had a little bit, had one up on a couple people. So
I had one up the first day of shooting, first day of filming. So I went and I studied what his daily wear, right?
Okay.
So I went to the store and got a couple things. The first day on set, I had a vest on. He has like a black hoodie, not a sweatshirt, but it's like a shirt, but it had a hood to it. Black gym pants and black shoes. We turned the corner and we had the same thing on.
Get out of here. Was this like planned, or
no,
this
was
just
not
a random day?
All. This was just like, he was like, my goodness. And I was looking like, man, we look alike.
See, that's a funny moment to talk about over dinner and stuff after the fact. I know y'all have a lot more memories that y'all made after this movie. That is dope. And then I know with basketball, with sports alone, acting and sports play hand in hand. It's discipline.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What did you borrow from the athlete mindset to help bring Rob to life?
Just the preparation, just determination. I really wanted to do this. Once they say, Q, you are the guy that's playing this role, this is someone's life story.
Yeah.
So you have to have a diligent mind because you don't want to mess this up.
Of course.
You know what I mean? It's so much riding on this. You can only tell your story for the first time, one time.
Right.
You know what I mean? So everything else is just you're trying to reconstruct or whatever. But I was just making sure that I made him proud, because he had the book out already.
Right.
You know what I mean? He said he had a lot of offers from people that wanted to get the movie from LA, from Atlanta, from Texas or whatever. But then COVID hit. And so
COVID shut a lot of things down.
Yeah, shut some things down. And then Dennis Reed and them, they I think they were in the gym and they saw each other. It was like, hey, and they discussed it and they talked about it.
What a small world.
Here it is. This was a couple years prior to even shooting.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So
Just planting that little seed.
yeah. And something like this of this magnitude because you know, Rob Murphy, I mean, he's ESPN sports analyst. I mean, he's coach. So he's connected to a lot of people that are familiar with his story.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I know he wanted to make it as pure and as, like I say, authentic as possible. And I think the DR2 did a wonderful job with this casting. And then you don't just want to get someone that looks like him. You want somebody to be able to deliver.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
It's not easy.
Yeah, because this is full of emotions. It's full of inspiration, happiness. It'll take you through a roller coaster.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh man. So they picked the right person. I'm gonna tell you that
you
right
know
now.
what?
I can tell. I can't wait. I'm excited to see it myself.
I'm excited, man. I've been promoting, been selling tickets, been everything.
Yeah.
You know,
so I know with this being basketball, were there scenes that you had to train for, or did you already have everything, the game already tight?
You know what? As far as we tapped into some of the coaching a little bit.
Okay.
I had to actually do a live rehearsal right there, you know, and then he would say,
nice.
hey, you know, I was doing this, or this is, you know, and like I said, by me looking at some of the way he coached, you know, and how he's, you know, now you see him on an everyday basis, he'll have on, you know, dress down, polo style shirt. When you see him coaching, suit, tie. So when I think it may be the opening scene, I'm not sure, but it's in the trailer where I'm coaching the guys, I'm kneeled down, I'm telling them to play. And when I turned around and looked, while I was watching the trailer, I'm like, I really look like a coach. You know, so, and Dennis Reed, man, he would definitely get on you and let till you get it right.
Man, I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
All
he's
the
a
great movies
perfectionist,
he's made.
man. Yeah. So you have to be prepared.
Yeah.
And you have to, you know, we're human, so we're gonna mess up, maybe forget a line or two.
Yeah.
But for the most part, you want to be prepared. You want to come in there and you want to do what you're supposed to do.
Absolutely. So what was harder, running drills on the court or remembering your lines on set?
I would say maybe running drills, because like
Really?
acting to me, I love it. You know,
Comes natural.
I come from the theater world.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm an advocate for theater. Like, I feel that if you really want to act, you know, you go through the theater channels. Not saying you have to go through them, but somewhere down in your career, tap into that.
Right.
Because it opens up your mind for a script reading. It opens up your mind because it's no do-overs.
Yeah.
You know, acting, you know,
definitely improv.
filming, you can cut, stop, this, and so that's actually almost a rehearsal, if you will. But theater, once you go on that stage,
That's it.
it's
Lights,
it's
camera,
wonderful.
action.
It's wonderful. So
So
I
it
try
really
to go.
puts you
I
in
try to
there.
go back maybe once a year. Like I did a lot of plays with playwright Jay McClain. And she's wonderful script writing, and she's directing and have wonderful plays. So that
Yes.
helped with this project with Deep.
Oh, that's awesome. You know, I see a lot of actors going back to
Absolutely.
theater.
Yeah.
And I didn't think about that until you said that. Like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
it keeps you in sync,
Absolutely.
and then actually
Absolutely.
it opens you up.
It opens you up, and you have to have. Sometimes, you know, the crowd don't know you mess up. You know what I mean? You have to keep going. You have to keep going, because, like I said, it's no do-over, it's no stop, it's no cuts. But
And then
your
they don't know
scene
when you mess
partner-
up.
Your scene partner know you messed up.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
They can bring you back with a word or something, and it'll snap you back. You know, I've
good.
had that happen.
Yeah.
But the crowd didn't know. You just keep
See,
going.
right. That's why I always assume like they don't know unless you just you freeze or something. Or
Yeah.
main thing is to keep going. That's the same thing in radio. So I can understand
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And you know, with the movie almost coming out, I got to ask about behind the scenes. What was the vibe like? Was it more like chilled, or was it more like let's grind and get it done?
It was chill. It was like, you know, when the times that we had down, oh man, we was having fun. You know,
Nice.
having fun. But then it was time to go up, you know. And then DR2, they run like a well-oiled machine.
Okay,
you know? So
yeah.
I'm in the chair, you know, how long before a Q? Or they didn't call me Rob. They didn't call me Q on set. They called me Rob.
Coach, oh right, you was in
And
character.
some of the people from DR2 still call me Rob to this day. They don't even call me Q. They call me Rob.
Remember, that's gonna be like a thing now. It's gonna be trademark pretty much.
Absolutely.
You're now Rob.
Yeah,
That's your.
yeah. So it was chill. It was real chill. When it's time to get the business, you have to lock in, and you have to bring it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Bring it.
Well, you know, if someone's deciding to make plans on August 20th in Detroit, what's your one-line pitch to get them to the deep red carpet?
Come see your boy, man. Come check me out. This is my big one.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So, this, like I say, I share the lead with Darnell, which is Lil Blade, but this is my first lead role. I've had supporting leads. I've had, but this is the big one. Mm-hmm. And, I always say this. I said, if you look at Denzel Washington, who played Malcolm X, if you look at Ray, who played, Ray Charles.
Yeah.
And if you look at Will Smith, he played Muhammad Ali. Yep. So what I'm saying is, because I know those are on a much more, but their careers took off from that.
Yeah.
What happened? It inclined from when you plan somebody's story. Like I wish I did have more time to actually get his mannerisms and his voice down packed, but I did what I could do in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In 2 weeks. I'm sorry. 2 weeks? That's all you had to get ready and prepped?
Yes.
Is that normal in the acting world?
No, you get a little bit more time, especially if you're playing someone. If you're playing
absolutely,
so you need more because you figure like Ray was with Ray Charles for 2 years.
Yeah,
every day, and then
I don't like if you mimicking somebody or trying to follow and be like them for the role. I would only assume you would need at least. I was just being generous with a few months.
Yeah, a few months. Especially independent, I would say a few months. But if you're doing something like, I say, Will was with Muhammad Ali, and just getting it. But when you capture that moment and you really hit it, it's sky's the limit.
Yeah.
And this is I've played police officers multiple times. I played the dope guy. I played pastor. Which are great roles. But I always ask. And you have to be careful what you ask for because God will give it to you.
Yes, He will.
And He gave it to me because I said I wanted to play something that separates me from me.
Me from me.
And this was the role here.
So would you classify this as your favorite role, or is it too hard to say right now?
Well, it's too hard to say right now because I'm a hard critic on myself.
I mean, we all are. We all are. It's natural.
I'm a hard critic, but Dennis Reed said I did good. Rob was like I did great, and so I want to see it. Because I might be in there cringing in the theater, but for the most part, this is one that I feel all of them are important.
Yes,
but I would say this is the most important because I'm playing someone.
Right.
And for Rob Murphy to say that I did a great job, I'm satisfied because it was a couple times on there he said, "Hey, it kind of took me back to what I was going through at that time." So if you can do that with the guy's story.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's impactful.
Oh man, that's beautiful. Well, you heard him. You got to make sure you go see the movie Deep.
Absolutely.
It premieres August the 20th.
Yes.
At Emagine Theater out in Royal Oak. Red carpet at 6, which means the movie will probably start at 8.
I would say They said 7. They said 7, but there's so much going on at a red carpet.
Well, you want to get there early anyway.
Yeah, so I would say 7:30. Because I know one thing about Rob Murphy that he's on time.
Oh, I know that's right.
And
gotta be.
He has structure because that comes from a coach.
Yeah,
you're coaching your students to have structure
you
and
have
discipline.
To.
So, but this is his first time in this field. You know what I mean? So
on the other side.
So with the red carpet, you got cast members taking pictures, doing interviews, and sometimes it can stretch over a little bit. So.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, before you go, it's some fun questions I want to ask. About like 3 of them.
Okay.
Got 3 of them in me right now. Okay, so what is your favorite Piston player of all time?
Isaiah Thomas.
Okay, why?
Absolutely. Because he's a little guy.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And he was a little guy, but he made a big impact. And he played with one team.
Yes.
And he took a team that prior to him getting there, they were, it was, so-so. But when he got there, he did what he had to do. Yeah. And they took the 88 championship from us. We were right there playing the Lakers, and they called a bold call on Lambeer from Lou Alcindor. I'll say that. I don't know if y'all know Lou Alcindor, but that.
I'm be honest with you, I do not.
No? Oh man, see that's old school. But they took the call from him. But then I think that particular game, Isaiah twisted his ankle, and he was hurt. He was really, really hurt. And then he scored 25 points in 1 quarter. We still lost because of that call.
Get out of here.
But I'm just saying his endurance, his not letting his size be hindrance to him. And he showed the world, like, I'm big at heart.
Okay, and I got this.
So,
right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope. Okay, what's your favorite basketball movie ever?
Now I'm about to show my age. For real. I know the grade. Oh my God, why you do this to me?
I had to ask.
Woo. The fish that saved Pittsburgh.
Oh, wow.
I'm going back to Dr. J.
I seen that in my uncle's cabinet at the bottom. You know, we had the big box TVs.
Yeah, the box TV.
That was VCR cassette tape. Ooh.
So I'm going to put you up on game.
Yeah, please.
Lou Alcindor is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That was his name before he, I think, if I'm not mistaken, before he became Muslim.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Lou Alcindor, yeah. So I'll let me do that. But Fish That Saved Pittsburgh, I was young watching that, and I was looking at, you know, I used to love Dr. J. He was in there doing this thing floating, so I would say that.
To my flow?
Yeah, I would say that.
So I'm going to check that out. I never seen it. I seen it in my uncle's shelf, but I never watched it. Like,
classic, man. I'm showing my age.
No, look, I thought you were going to say something like Love and Basketball or something.
Love and Basketball was good, but
or Above the Rim.
That was one of the.
That's what I thought you were going to say.
I'm a pot
fanatic.
Man.
Look.
I forgot about. I'm gonna go with one of the originals.
Okay.
You know, because I would say because of that they were allowed to make those. So.
It was. Yeah, they paved the way.
Yeah, they paved the way. But you said Above the Rim. My goodness.
Look, my last question. Okay, so what's the last song you have on repeat? Bonus points if it's a throwback that we play on the bounce.
Oh, you said bonus points.
Bonus points. It was a throwback.
You know what? I'm such a Kim fan. So I have I'm playing it now when I pull it up. Not How Did You Find Your Way Back to My Life. Oh my God, it's off Intimacy 3.
I know you're talking about, but I don't know if that it sounds.
I'll never leave you, and I'll never lie. I'll be right here by your side.
Oh,
can you feel it?
Oh, there we go.
Can you feel it?
Okay.
Can you feel it? That's on repeat.
Let's give it to him.
Yes, and then the clips. I'm sorry, I had to add that too. That's my plus one. The Clips whole album's on repeat. Classic.
Oh yeah.
Classic.
Oh yeah. You won that. You won that.
Yeah.
Well, Q, thank you so much for coming.
I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
I'm looking forward to seeing the movie Deep.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I'm telling you. So August 20th, red carpet, 6 p.m. Royal Oak Imagine Theater. Listen, I always say this: it's red carpet, so y'all know how I come. I'm always dressed. Always, you know, especially when it's big events like that. So don't play around.
Come down to the 9, dress to the T.
Absolutely.
All right. Until next time.
All right. Thank you.
Your girl Lori Mack on 105.1 The Bounce.